Good afternoon. How you guys doing?
Doing great, Marcus. How did the first day of training camp go for you all today?
It was great. I thought offensively we were efficient. I thought it was great to just come out here and compete. Guys were flying around. It's just fun to play ball again.
And Coach London was saying, hey, now you all couldn't come back and start from scratch. Do you feel that the retention was there and you all could start building on what you all did in the offseason?
Absolutely. And I thought guys coming out here weren't a lot of mental errors. Guys were comfortable with what they were doing, were confident in it, and allowed our guys to play fast.
And just how was the offseason for you, reflecting on the fact, hey, I got a big-time opportunity in front of me here starting July 27th?
Yeah, the offseason was great. I went back to Oregon, saw some family, just really hung out. And for me, I really look at these 5 weeks as an opportunity just to get ready physically and mentally. So training, doing things, getting ready to go. So all in all, it was a great time for me to get away, and I feel great. I'm looking forward to this opportunity.
When you think about this opportunity and the offense, the system, and you worked with Arthur before, what's your level of comfort with the strategy, the X's and O's?
I feel very comfortable. And being around Art for all that time in Tennessee, I think that's where it comes from. But I think he's done a great job of collaborating and creating new things. And for us as an offense, it's exciting. It allows us to go and just play fast and do some creative things. But for the most part, all in all, I feel really comfortable. I feel really confident, and I'm excited where we're at.
Could you describe your chemistry with confidence, like where it's at, how it's going?
Yeah, it feels great. He's an easy guy to throw to. With how rangy he is and his physical attributes. So for us as quarterbacks, he makes it easy. He's such a great athlete. We just got to find ways to get him the ball.
I think you're going from 7-on-7 and talking to speed everybody. Is that something you're starting to realize you can do on a potential play basis?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, like you said, you kind of see it day in and day out. So for us, it's just knowing where he's at, giving him an opportunity to make plays like that, because he's a force.
Marcus, you played with Rashawn Evans for a couple of years there. What did he bring to the team?
Intensity and I think just a level of confidence just all across the board for the defense. When you got a guy like him, flies around, makes plays, he creates just a mentality for that defense. So being around him for a little bit in Tennessee, I think he's going to bring that type of culture here, and I think it's going to be good for us.
Marcus, D-Led may have just touched on it, but can you define what this opportunity means for you personally, career-wise, is to get that opportunity to be the starter again?
Yeah, I think for me, it's a great opportunity just to kind of prove not only to myself, but to those who have believed in me. So I'm excited. The last couple of years was a great reset. I learned a lot from Derek. I learned a lot of being there. But I feel ready to go. And again, I'm excited for this opportunity. I'm going to do whatever I can to help this team out and just be the best that I can be.
This camp now being your 8th year compared to other years, what have you learned about it throughout the years and kind of take it and go into this?
Well, first of all, Atlanta's hot. And then secondly, it really comes down to this is the foundation that you're building for the entire season. And it's really just helping these young guys come along. For rookies and even like first-year players that don't have a lot of experience, you got to try to emulate game-type scenarios out on the practice field so that once they get to the game, they feel comfortable. So, we're going to do whatever we can to help that, speed some of that process up for our young guys so that when game day rolls around, we're ready to go.
How are you feeling with the
I'm good. It's not too bad.
But to that end, though, what types of things have you done as a professional over the years to acclimate your body to the heat and the elements?
Well, first and foremost, is hydrating. I'm trying to drink as much water as you can. And then really, you try to come out a couple of days before, especially because I spend a lot of time out on the West Coast, so just getting adjusted to the time, getting adjusted to the heat. So just making sure from a physical standpoint that I'm not missing anything, I'm not lacking in any fluids or anything like that, so that when I get on the field that I can just trust what I can do and be confident in my body.
So you're talking about adjusting, so a week or two from now, the heat, whatever the heat index, you'll be better.
I think that's kind of, it goes across the board for everybody. Once you get out here, you kind of get used to it, and I think it's an advantage for us, especially early on in the season when you're going to places and it is hot, to be able to have this on a day-to-day basis. I think it allows us to have an advantage.
What's it like seeing the offensive linemen and tight ends kind of with those like mushroom caps on? I know it's new this year. I mean, is it different to throw to, or you have in front of you, or?
No, obviously it's for player safety. I never really noticed it. You know, I give those guys a bad time because I know it is tough to wear.
Marcus, you mentioned that the young rookies. What do you make of Desmond today?
I thought he did well. Again, I think for young guys, it's just being able to take what you learn in the off season and then apply it to training camp. I thought he did a great job today. I thought he was getting in and out of the huddle, operating well. So, again, for a young guy, I think that says a lot. He took the time off and really kind of focused on getting in the playbook, making sure that he was prepared. Because all in all, it just makes us all better. You know, when you can operate at that level, you know, all the guys are kind of raised their play too. So I thought he did a great job of it.
What's your thought on sharing information with a younger guy who could be competing for your job one day? Different people, different ways.
I learned a long time ago. I left my ego at the door. You know, I really try to help wherever I can, even if it is Desmond, if it's Drake, if it's a younger guy like KP. Like, you know, I just try to do and give all that I can, because I've been in so many different scenarios in my career. I've been a starter, I've been benched, you know, I've been a backup, you know, I've been hurt, I've been kind of all these different things. So being able to take those experiences and try to help wherever I can, I think will ultimately make our team better. So that's really what I'm focused on. I don't care. I just try to help wherever I can.
Do you think that all those, like you said, bench, hurt, starter, not starter, the whole gamut?
Yeah, and I also realize how old I am too, right? Like, I mean, it's kind of funny. Like, Drake just had his 21st birthday the other day, and I'm like, sheesh. No, but all in all, you know what? I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. I learned a lot, and it's provided me information and provided me experience to be able to pass on to people and hopefully help them along their way.
Speaking of Drake, how's your connection with him? You talk about how fit, but what's going on?
Great. Another guy I feel like, you know, took these 5 weeks and took it seriously. Came out, looked great, made some plays for us today. So, again, it's just kind of continuing to build one day at a time, build these guys up so that when we get out there, guys can just roll with confidence.
What Marcus, you had been asking before you just came out. How much do you look at yourself as being a mentor for Desmond, and how much time you guys spend together just talking?
Yeah, I mean, we spend a lot of time together, and, you know, I kind of feel that's every older player's role is just trying to help the younger guy. I think that's the culture that's built here. I've been in places where it's not necessarily that way, but ultimately in the end, you know, I think if you can help guys, especially the younger guys out, it's going to ultimately make your team better. So I'll do whatever I can. I'll pass on along as much information as I can to him, whatever he wants to absorb. But our relationship's great, and you know, I'm excited to work with him.
So how much time do you guys actually spend with each other?
I mean, we're in meetings all day together. They got us rooming together, so damn near 24/7.
Anything else?
Do you notice it out there that it's just you two taking reps, which is kind of unusual at this time of the year? Art says it's because there aren't many reps to go around. So usually there's 3 quarterbacks maybe before during training camp. Do you notice that at all?
A little bit, and I think it's great. You know, I love reps. I think the more that you can do, the more that you get out on the field is better. So I'm grateful for it, and I think it's ultimately making both of us better.
Anything else? All right.
Thank you guys. Have a good day.
Thanks, Marcus.
Thank you.